Listen to me. You walk through life thinking everybody is your friend, everybody is on your side, but the truth is harsh. No one is your friend when it comes to your dreams, your goals, your future. People will smile, they will clap, they will tell you they support you, but behind the curtain, many are waiting for you to fail. That's reality. You can't just give your trust away like candy. You can't open your heart to every handshake and every smile. Because when things get tough, when you're fighting for your life, most of those so-called friends disappear. They don't show up at 5 in the morning when you're working. They don't bleed with you when you sacrifice. They don't feel the pain of rejection and the burn of discipline, that weight. You carry it alone. Don't confuse being friendly with having friends. The world is full of people who will use you, drain you, and celebrate when you fall. If you're not careful, you will waste your energy on the wrong crowd, and they will poison your mind with doubt, jealousy, and negativity. Be alert. Be cautious. Watch who you share your dreams with. Protect your vision like it's gold, because it is. Build your circle not with talkers, but with doers, with people who want you to rise, not people who are comfortable watching you stay the same. And if you can't find them, then stand alone. Standing alone with strength is better than standing in a crowd that pulls you down. This is not about fear, it's about awareness. No one is your friend when it comes to chasing greatness. Be careful. Be strong, be unstoppable. Most people disappear when things get tough, and this is a reality many people don't want to accept because it hurts to admit that those you once leaned on, those you thought would be by your side, vanish the moment life gets heavy. When everything is going well, when you are smiling, when success seems close, you will notice that people are quick to be around you. They like the energy, they like the shine, they like being connected to something that looks like it is winning. But the second storms come, the second you stumble, when your back is against the wall, that is when you realize how small your circle really is. The truth is that most people like to celebrate with you, but very few want to suffer with you. When the road gets hard, when failure slaps you in the face, when rejection piles up, many of those people who said "I'm here for you" will suddenly go quiet, their phone stops ringing, their encouragement fades away. They don't have the patience to stand with you in the struggle because the struggle is not glamorous, it's not fun, and it demands loyalty that most people do not have. The hard times are a test. They reveal who is genuine and who is not. Everybody wants to be associated with success, but few want to invest in the painful process of getting there. That is why you must stop expecting that people will automatically stay by your side. You must stop assuming that loyalty is common, because it's not. It is rare. Most people are around for the good times, the laughter, the comfort, but they disappear like shadows when darkness sets in. That is why you must develop the mentality that when you fight for your goals, you fight alone first. You carry the weight, you push through the pain, you grind when nobody is watching, because if you rely on people to keep you standing, you will collapse the moment they walk away. Think about the times when life crushed you, when you faced setbacks so heavy they almost broke you. Who was there then, who truly stood next to you when your dreams were mocked, when your failures were visible, when your plans fell apart? You probably remember a handful, or maybe no one at all. And that is the lesson. Don't count on the crowd, don't count on the applause, don't count on the company, because most of that company is conditional. Conditional on your success, conditional on your shine, conditional on what they can gain from you. The minute those conditions are not met, they vanish. They disappear because they were never there for the fight. They were only there for the celebration. You have to get used to the loneliness that comes with chasing something bigger than yourself. You have to be ready for the silence when nobody calls, when nobody checks in, when nobody claps for you. Because that silence is where the strongest are forged. That silence is where you learn self-reliance. That silence teaches you that no one is responsible for carrying you but you. Most people disappear when things get tough, and if you are not prepared for that, it will crush you emotionally. But if you accept it, if you build your mind strong enough, their disappearance becomes fuel. It shows you that the only person you truly need to count on is yourself. People love the finished product, but they don't want to see the process. They don't want to be there when you are bleeding, sweating, sacrificing sleep, grinding in the shadows. They prefer to appear when the spotlight turns on, when the stage is set, when the success story is ready to be told. But by then, the heavy lifting was already done, and it was done by you, not by them. Remember this every time you feel betrayed, every time you feel abandoned, every time you wonder why no one is checking in. Most people are not built to carry someone else's burden. They are not built to handle discomfort that doesn't benefit them. They would rather retreat and wait to see if you survive, and only then will they reappear to congratulate you. But their congratulations mean nothing because they weren't there when you needed them the most. This is why you must stop measuring your worth by who stays and who leaves. You must stop looking at disappearing people as a sign that you are not enough. Their absence is not about you, it's about them. It's about their lack of strength, their lack of loyalty, their lack of resilience. They couldn't handle the fire you had to walk through. They couldn't stand the pressure that you endured. And that's okay, let them go, because your path was never meant to be crowded. It was meant to be walked with discipline, with courage, with focus. The tough times are filters. They burn away the fake, the weak, the opportunistic, and leave you with the few, or maybe none, who truly have the heart to stand by your side. And even if that means walking alone, you must accept it with pride, because standing alone with strength is far better than standing surrounded by people who will disappear the moment the fire rises. Most people disappear when things get tough, and you must never forget that. It is not a warning to make you bitter, it is a lesson to make you strong. If you understand this truth early, you will stop wasting energy on people who do not deserve it. You will stop expecting loyalty from those who are only around for convenience. You will stop being surprised when people vanish in your darkest hour, because you already knew that the fight was yours and yours alone. And when you survive those moments, when you crawl through the fire by yourself, when you rise from the ashes on your own strength, you will realize you never needed them in the first place. You will realize that the power was inside you all along, waiting for the moment when everyone else walked away so that it could finally reveal itself. Don't confuse being friendly with having true friends, because there is a massive difference between the two, and if you fail to see it, you will walk into traps that will drain your energy, destroy your focus, and leave you questioning yourself. Being friendly is easy. It costs nothing to smile, to shake hands, to share a laugh, to say the right words that make people feel good. But true friendship is rare. True friendship demands loyalty, sacrifice, honesty, and presence when it's inconvenient. Most people don't want to give that. They prefer the surface, the appearance of being close, without ever stepping into the fire with you when you need them most. When you are friendly, people will think they know you, but knowing someone on the surface is not the same as standing with them through storms. Many people around you will act like they are friends because it benefits them. They want access to your time, your energy, your resources, your connections, but they are not there to invest back into you. They are takers disguised as friends. And if you confuse friendliness with friendship, you will allow them into your inner world, where they will drain you, betray you, or abandon you the moment you can no longer give them what they want. Think about how many times someone acted like your best ally when life was good, when you had success to share, when you were shining, but the second things fell apart, they were gone. A true friend doesn't disappear when you are weak. A true friend doesn't walk away when you fail, but a friendly face will. A friendly face will tell you, "I'm here for you," and then vanish when the pressure rises. That is why you cannot assume that everyone who smiles at you is a friend. Smiles lie, kind words lie, laughter lies, actions never lie. Watch what people do when it costs them something. That is where you will see who is a true friend and who is just playing the role. Being friendly is social. It is about being likable, approachable, accepted in groups. But having true friends is deeper. It is about trust, about loyalty, about knowing that someone has your back even when there is nothing in it for them. Many people confuse the two because they want to believe that being surrounded by friendly faces means they are surrounded by support. but it's an illusion. Friendly faces are everywhere. True friends are rare. The difference can only be seen when challenges come, when you are not at your best, when you have nothing to offer except your struggle. That is when the line between friendly and friendship becomes clear. If you let yourself believe that being liked by many equals having many friends, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. Popularity is not friendship. Being well liked does not guarantee loyalty. You can be surrounded by people who cheer for you in public and laugh behind your back in private. You can be admired in the spotlight and abandoned in the shadows. That is the risk of mistaking friendliness for true friendship. You start to think numbers equal strength, but strength is not found in numbers. It is found in depth, in the very few who will stand firm when the ground shakes beneath you. A true friend is the one who will tell you the truth even when it hurts. A friendly person will tell you what you want to hear, so you keep liking them. A true friend will call you out when you are slipping, will push you to grow, will stay honest even if it risks your approval. A friendly person will avoid conflict, will avoid discomfort, will keep everything light because their goal is not to build you up but to keep things smooth for themselves. That's the difference. True friends care about who you are becoming, not just about how comfortable they feel around you. If you confuse the two, you will fill your life with people who pretend to care but vanish when you need them. You will end up with a crowd that gives you compliments but never gives you support. You will mistake noise for loyalty, presence for commitment, and eventually, you will feel betrayed when you discover that most of those faces were never really with you. This is why you must guard yourself. This is why you must not hand out the title of friend so easily. Being friendly is fine, but friendship is sacred. It should be earned through time, through consistency, through actions, not through words. You must learn to observe. Watch how people react when you struggle. Watch who celebrates your wins with genuine joy versus who celebrates because they want to be connected to your success. Watch who checks on you when you're down without needing a reason versus who only calls when they need something from you. This observation will teach you quickly who is just friendly and who is truly a friend. The test of time, adversity, and sacrifice always exposes the truth. Do not confuse proximity with loyalty. Just because someone is always around doesn't mean they are for you. Some people stay close because they want to benefit, not because they want to support. Do not confuse attention with care. Some people will pay attention to you because they are curious, not because they are invested. Do not confuse friendliness with friendship. Friendliness is cheap. Friendship is expensive. Friendliness is given to many. Friendship is given to few. The cost of true friendship is loyalty, sacrifice, and honesty, and most people are not willing to pay it. You will have to accept that in life, you will meet thousands of friendly people, but only a handful of true friends. That is not a reason to be bitter, but a reason to be wise. If you understand this truth, you won't open your heart too fast. You won't reveal your deepest dreams to everyone. You won't expect loyalty from those who have not proven it. You will stay kind, stay respectful, stay open, but you will protect your inner circle like it is gold, because it is. Being friendly is about interaction. Having friends is about connection. One is temporary, the other is lasting. One is easy, the other is rare. If you keep confusing the two, you will continue to be disappointed by people who were never meant to play that role in your life. But if you see the difference clearly, if you hold friendship to a higher standard, if you stop giving the title of friend to anyone who is simply nice to you, you will avoid unnecessary pain and you will protect your energy for the battles that actually matter. Protect your dreams and share them with caution, because not everyone deserves to hear what you are building in your heart and mind, and not everyone has the right intentions when they listen to you. Your dreams are fragile in the beginning, like a small flame that can be blown out by the slightest wind. And if you share them with the wrong people, their negativity, jealousy, or lack of belief can kill that flame before it ever has the chance to grow into a fire. Too many people destroy their own future because they hand over their vision to others who cannot see what they see. And instead of receiving support, they receive doubt, criticism, or even mockery. That doubt gets planted inside their mind like poison, and suddenly their confidence is shaken, their focus is broken, and their dream begins to fade away. Your dreams are your responsibility, and you must protect them the way you would protect something priceless, because they are priceless. They represent your future, your purpose, the life you want to create for yourself. Yet people throw them around carelessly, telling everyone about their goals, their plans, their vision, without realizing that not everyone clapping for you wants to see you win. Some people want to hear your dream just so they can find ways to discourage you, so they can plant fear in you, so they can keep you small because your ambition reminds them of their own lack of courage. Others want to steal your ideas, take your vision, and use it for themselves. And then there are those who don't care at all, who will dismiss your dream with a laugh and make you feel foolish for even believing in it. If you are not careful, these reactions can crush your spirit before you even begin. That is why caution is necessary. You must learn to separate who deserves to know your vision from who does not. Not everyone should have access to your plan. The world is filled with dream killers, people who project their own fear onto you. They failed, so they believe you will fail. They gave up, so they believe you should give up. They never dared to chase something big, so they resent the fact that you are daring to do it. These people wear many faces. Sometimes they are strangers, sometimes they are close, sometimes they are even family. They are not always malicious, but their words are heavy, and if you are not strong, you will carry their limitations on your back as if they were your own. Protecting your dream means not allowing anyone else's weakness to dictate your strength. When you share your dream with the wrong person, you risk giving them the power to control your belief. Belief is the fuel of every achievement, and if it gets polluted, your drive will slow down, your energy will collapse, and your progress will stop. Protecting your dream is not about secrecy for the sake of secrecy. It is about survival. It is about making sure that the fire inside you grows strong enough before you expose it to the cold winds of doubt and negativity. When your dream is still young, keep it close. Work on it, nurture it, invest in it, build it in silence until it is strong enough to stand on its own. Then, when it is unshakable, you can reveal it to the world, because by then no one's words can destroy it. There is also the danger of oversharing. In today's world, people are quick to announce everything. They post about their goals, they talk about their visions, they spread their plans everywhere before they even take the first step. And what happens? They lose momentum. Talking replaces doing. The brain starts to feel like the dream has already been accomplished just because it has been spoken out loud. That illusion of progress kills the hunger, and the dream never gets executed. Protecting your dream means keeping the hunger alive by focusing on execution, not announcement. Stop telling everyone what you are going to do and start showing them when it is done. Another reason to protect your dream is because not everyone has the capacity to understand it. If your vision is big, if it stretches beyond the average way of thinking, most people won't even be able to process it. They will call it impossible, unrealistic, too much. But what they really mean is that it is too much for them, not for you. If you take their words personally, you will shrink your dream to fit their small perspective, and in doing so, you will betray yourself. Dreams are not meant to fit into other people's limits. They are meant to break limits. They are meant to create something new, something that has never been done before. That is why you must guard them fiercely. Do not let small minds convince you that your vision is too big. Protecting your dream also means protecting your environment. Who you surround yourself with will either water your dream or poison it. Spend too much time around negative people, and their doubt will bleed into your own thoughts. Spend too much time around people with no ambition, and you will begin to feel guilty for having ambition. Spend too much time around people who are content with average, and you will start to lower your standards to match theirs. This is why you must be selective. Surround yourself with people who fuel your vision, who remind you of your potential, who push you forward instead of holding you back. And if you cannot find them, then choose to walk alone, because a dream is better protected in solitude than it is in a crowd that wants to crush it. Your dream is your responsibility, no one else's. Stop expecting people to believe in it the way you do. Stop expecting them to understand it, to support it, to cheer for it. Some will, and that's great, but most will not, and that's fine too. It is not their job to see what you see. It is not their job to carry your vision. It is yours. That is why you must keep it guarded, nurtured, and protected. Because once you lose your dream, you lose your direction. Once you let it be destroyed, you will spend the rest of your life haunted by the thought of what could have been. Protecting it is not optional, it is essential. Every great achievement in history was once a dream that someone protected fiercely, even when the world doubted, mocked, or tried to kill it. The inventors, the leaders, the builders, the creators, they all had to face resistance, but they survived because they understood this truth. The dream must be guarded until it becomes reality. If they had shared it with the wrong people too early, if they had allowed the wrong voices to influence them, we would not know their names today. And the same applies to you. The difference between those who make their dream a reality and those who bury it in regret is simple: protection. Protect your dreams and share them only with those who have earned the right to hear them, those who have proven their loyalty, those who want to see you rise rather than watch you fall. Surround yourself only with doers, not talkers, because the people you spend your time with will shape your mindset, your habits, and your future. Talkers are everywhere. They fill the air with promises, excuses, and plans that never come to life. They love to say what they will do, but they rarely take action. They are comfortable living in theory, in empty conversations about what they want to achieve, but when it is time to grind, to sacrifice, to put in the long hours, they disappear. Doers are different. Doers don't waste energy on endless talk. They let their results speak. They get up early, they stay late, they execute when others are only planning. Being around talkers will keep you stuck in the same place, surrounded by noise but no progress. Being around doers will pull you forward, challenge you, and force you to raise your standards. Talkers are dangerous because they create the illusion of progress. They make you feel like you are moving forward because you are always discussing ideas, always talking about what's next, always imagining big futures. But the illusion fades quickly when you realize months or years have passed and nothing has changed. Talkers will drag you into this cycle if you let them. They thrive on conversation but avoid responsibility. They love motivation but hate discipline. They get high on dreams but are allergic to effort. If you want to build something great, you cannot afford to let that mentality rub off on you. Every minute spent in empty talk is a minute stolen from real work. Doers, on the other hand, operate on a different level. They may not talk as much, they may not announce everything they are working on, but their actions are consistent, their results undeniable. Doers value execution above everything else. They understand that ideas mean nothing without discipline, and dreams mean nothing without sacrifice. When you surround yourself with doers, you are constantly reminded of what it takes to succeed. You see their habits, their work ethic, their focus, and it pushes you to do the same. Their energy forces you to rise to their level or get left behind. That is why aligning with doers is so powerful. It creates an environment where laziness and excuses cannot survive. You must be ruthless in choosing your circle. If you spend your time with talkers, you will start to absorb their habits. You will start talking more than you act. You will start believing that speaking about your goals is the same as working toward them. Slowly, without realizing it, you will lose your edge. You will trade discipline for daydreaming. But if you spend your time with doers, you will begin to mirror their commitment. You will begin to adapt their hunger, their consistency, their willingness to put in the work no matter how hard it gets. Humans are influenced by their environment, and if your environment is full of talkers, you will drown in their empty words. If your environment is full of doers, you will be forced to level up. Talkers are often insecure. They hide behind words because words are safe. Words do not demand accountability. They can say they will achieve something, and if they fail, they can simply move on to the next claim. They build castles in the air, but never lay a single brick on the ground. Doers, however, embrace accountability. They are not afraid to risk failure because they know failure is part of progress. They put themselves out there, they take risks, they commit to action, and they accept the consequences. That is why you can trust doers but never trust talkers. A talker will promise to stand with you and vanish when things get hard. A doer will show up and put in the work without needing to say a word. Look at your own circle right now. Who are you spending your time with? Are they pushing you to grow, or are they keeping you stuck in endless conversations about what could be? Are they taking real steps toward their goals, or are they just repeating the same stories year after year? Your future depends on the answer, because no matter how strong you are, you cannot escape the influence of your environment. If you surround yourself with people who act, you will act. If you surround yourself with people who only talk, you will stay in the same place, wasting your potential while convincing yourself that you are making progress. Doers will challenge you. They will not let you stay comfortable. They will make you feel like you are not doing enough, not because they want to put you down, but because their actions expose your excuses. Being around doers is uncomfortable, but that discomfort is necessary. It forces you to rise. It forces you to grind harder, to cut distractions, to stay focused. Talkers, on the other hand, will make you feel good while keeping you stuck. They will tell you it's okay to relax, it's okay to delay, it's okay to wait. They will comfort you into mediocrity, and you will thank them while they help you waste your life. Doers are rare, and that is why you must value them. They are the ones who wake up when everyone else is sleeping. They are the ones who work when others are partying. They are the ones who keep moving forward when others are making excuses. And when you build your circle with people like that, your life changes. Your standards rise automatically because mediocrity cannot survive in that environment. Every day becomes a test, every day becomes a challenge, and every day you grow stronger because the people around you are pulling you up instead of holding you down. Surrounding yourself with doers also protects your dreams. Talkers will fill your head with doubt, with procrastination, with false promises. They will tell you they believe in you while doing nothing to help. Doers will show you belief through action. They will support you not by words, but by showing up, by working alongside you, by proving through their example that success is possible. They are proof that discipline pays off, that consistency matters, that execution beats talk every time. You cannot waste your time entertaining talkers. Time is the most valuable resource you have, and once it is gone, you cannot get it back. Talkers will waste your time with endless discussions, with empty dreams, with constant excuses. Doers will use that same time to build, to execute, to move closer to their goals. And if you want to achieve greatness, you must do the same. You must cut off the noise, you must distance yourself from talkers, and you must protect your energy by surrounding yourself only with those who live by action. The quality of your circle determines the quality of your future. Fill it with talkers, and your future will be full of disappointment and regret. Fill it with doers, and your future will be full of growth and achievement. The choice is yours. Standing alone is better than standing with the wrong crowd, because the people you surround yourself with can either lift you higher or drag you down into failure, and the wrong crowd will always hold you back. Too many people stay in groups, circles, and friendships that keep them stuck because they are afraid of loneliness. But what they don't realize is that being surrounded by the wrong energy is more damaging than walking alone with clarity. When you are with people who do not share your vision, who do not respect your discipline, who do not value your growth, you are constantly fighting a battle against their influence, and most of the time their pull is stronger than your push. It takes only a small amount of negativity to poison your mindset, only a few careless words to plant doubt, only one wrong influence to make you question your path, and before you know it, you are no longer chasing your dreams, you are chasing approval from people who were never meant to be in your life in the first place. Standing alone gives you the power to focus. It clears away the noise, the distractions, the unnecessary drama that comes from attaching yourself to people who are not aligned with your purpose. The wrong crowd thrives on comfort, on excuses, on staying the same. And when you try to rise, they will resist you, not because you are wrong, but because your ambition exposes their lack of effort. They will try to convince you to slow down, to relax, to stop being so serious. And if you are not strong enough, you will fall into their trap. Soon you will find yourself compromising on your goals just to fit in, hiding your hunger just to avoid judgment, lowering your standards just to be accepted. That is the price of walking with the wrong crowd, and it is far more costly than the price of walking alone. There is a difference between company and support. Just because you are surrounded by people does not mean you are supported. Many people confuse presence with loyalty, but the truth is that the wrong crowd can be present in your life and still be your greatest obstacle. They can smile with you in public while doubting you in private. They can call themselves your friends while secretly hoping you fail so they don't have to feel insecure about their own choices. They can cheer for you when you are down but get silent when you start to rise. And if you do not recognize this, you will stay chained to their energy, always wondering why your progress feels heavy, why your confidence keeps dropping, why your motivation feels weaker than before. When you stand alone, you cut those chains. You free yourself from the weight of trying to please people who were never meant to understand your journey. You take back your time, your energy, your focus, and you invest it into yourself. Yes, it feels lonely at first. Yes, the silence can feel uncomfortable, but in that silence you find clarity. In that space you discover your true strength. In that solitude you build the foundation of who you are without interference, without doubt, without distraction. That is why standing alone is not a weakness, it is a strength, because it means you are choosing yourself over comfort, discipline over approval, progress over popularity. The wrong crowd will always try to keep you average. They will normalize failure. They will glorify excuses. They will laugh at discipline. They will treat ambition like a joke. And if you stay long enough, you will absorb that mindset. You will start to believe that mediocrity is acceptable, that effort is optional, that success is reserved for other people. You will stop pushing yourself because no one around you is pushing themselves. That is why you must be willing to separate yourself. Even if it means walking alone, you must choose the path that aligns with your vision rather than the path that keeps you surrounded. Because every step you take alone toward your goal is worth more than every step you take with a crowd that is leading you nowhere. Standing alone also builds resilience. When you are no longer relying on the crowd for validation, you begin to trust yourself. You stop needing constant approval. You stop seeking acceptance from people who do not even know where they are going. You learn to rely on your own discipline, your own belief, your own drive, and that independence becomes your power. Because once you can stand alone, no one can control you, no one can manipulate you, no one can pull you off your path with words or pressure. You become unshakable because you know that whether people are with you or not, you will keep moving forward. Sometimes the hardest decision is cutting ties. It is walking away from the familiar, from the group you have known for years, from the people you once trusted. But you must ask yourself, are they helping me grow or holding me back? Are they building me up or tearing me down? Are they aligned with my vision or are they distracting me from it? If the answer reveals that they are the wrong crowd, then you must have the courage to walk away, even if it means walking into the unknown. Because the unknown with potential is better than the known with chains. The fear of being alone is what keeps many people trapped in toxic environments. But once you face that fear, once you embrace solitude, you realize it was never as scary as it seemed. In fact, you start to enjoy the freedom it brings. You start to enjoy the control you have over your time, your choices, your focus. You start to see how much energy you wasted on people who did not deserve it. And you start to channel that energy into building yourself, into mastering your craft, into pursuing your dream with full force. That is the reward of standing alone. You trade the noise of the crowd for the power of focus, and that focus changes everything. Walking with the wrong crowd might feel safe, but safety is an illusion when it comes at the cost of your future. Comfort is a trap, and acceptance from the wrong people is nothing more than a slow death for your ambition. Walking alone might feel risky, but risk is where growth lives. Risk is where transformation happens. Risk is where you discover what you are truly capable of. And once you learn to embrace that, once you choose to stand alone rather than compromise your vision, you step into a level of strength that the wrong crowd can never touch.